Welcome back. This is lesson number 4 in the Intro to Acoustic Guitar instructional series. We're going to be learning another tune here, going to be making use of one of the bar chord shapes that we learned. That tune is Chinatown by Shaky Graves. You actually don't need to do a bar chord if you don't want to, but I highly recommend it for this tune. Actually, you do. Well, yeah, just best to. So to start out, I'll demonstrate it. I'll just go through one of the verses, and I'll hit the bridge as well, just so you have an idea of how that sounds. So that's Chinatown. Capo first fret here. We're still in standard tuning. It's just the key that he plays it in. It is technically the key of C sharp. Shaky Graves, actually, fun fact, almost a decent number of his songs are written in C sharp. It's because he was given an opportunity to play an old Gibson archtop built in the 30s, and open C sharp was the only tuning he could get it to stay in tune in. So tunes like Roll the Bones, Built to Roam, If Not For You, and yes, Chinatown are all written in C sharp. But in this case, we're not using an open tuning, just using standard tuning. So what new chords do you need to know here? Well, just one, actually. Everything else, we can build off what we've already learned. That is a D minor chord. This is going to get confusing with the capo, so I'm going to show you a D minor chord with the capo off so that I can still give you fret instructions and it'll make sense. We're going to skip the first 2 strings, so no low E, no A string. D string we're going to keep open. And then we're going to take our middle finger on the G string, 2nd fret. We're going to take our ring finger on the B string, 3rd fret. And then we're going to take our pointer finger on the E string, 1st fret. And then pause the video, see if you can figure out what a D major is. So D major, theory-wise, we're actually only moving 1 finger, but just because it's easier, we're going to move 2. So we're actually swapping where the pointer finger was with the middle finger. So the pointer finger now is on the 2nd fret of the G string. And now we're taking our middle finger, putting that 2nd fret E string. So what have we done? We've gone from an F to an F sharp. So we're now at a 3rd, which is the F sharp, instead of a flatted 3rd, which is an F. But we're not using that chord this time. Just good to keep us healthy. So again, we're gonna get our capo on here. With that, let's start. The opening riff, which theory-wise is Shaky Graves walking up from a G. I'm not gonna refer to everything in C sharp. I'm gonna treat it like it's the key of C because it's the C shape. It's just we're up a half step because of the capo. So we're walking up from the G which is the fifth in this case, the chord that demands that we resolve afterwards, up to the C, which is the root, which is the resolve. So in this case, it's 3rd fret on your E string, and then open on your A string, 2nd fret on A string, and then 3rd fret. That's if not for you, but whatever. So that's how we're going to start it, and we're going to go from that into our C chord. I recommend a picking pattern like this. It's up to you. If I was playing this myself, I would do an alternating bass line with the finger picks, alternating between you don't have to learn any of this, but just in case you're interested, the A string, the D string, and then the E string and the D string, and I'd be moving my finger as I'm doing it. But we're just doing flat picking here, so you can just... You do want to be careful not to hit the E string though. Just not the sound we want. So we're doing this for a couple measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to throw in the 7th. So we're changing this from a C chord into a C 7th chord. For this, we're going to take our pinky, the only finger that isn't doing anything, and we're going to go on the G string 3rd fret. So to run through that, and I'll count the measures as I'm going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go to our F. Now you can still play the F as we did in Psycho Killer, but it's going to get a little tricky. So what I'd recommend doing is doing it like we did our E bar shape. So we're barring 1st fret, and then we're doing our E shape everywhere on the 2nd and 3rd frets. So I recommend this because we're about to go to an F minor. And it's so much easier if we already have the bar going. So then we go minor. So let me just run through all that real quick, and I'll count the measures as I'm going, or at least try to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4. Here we're going to go back to the C, and then we're going to walk down to our A minor. So what that involves is going... So we got our C chord, and then as we walk down, we're going to remove these 2 fingers. So all we got left is our pointer finger. We're going to take our middle finger, put that 2nd fret on the A string, ring finger, 2nd fret on the D string. And basically what we've done here is we've just maneuvered so that now the root is a half step lower. This note is still the same, we're just switching the finger. And we're using this as like a transit point. The next thing after that is literally just an A minor chord, which we're actually in pretty good shape for. You just move these 2 fingers over a string. So to put that all together, I'll play it all together because it's a little tough to get the timing. And I will try to count the measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 8. I meant to do 13, 2, 3, 4, but that's fine. So I hope you get the idea there. I'll just play it from the F again. I'm not going to count the... Then we're going to go back to our F. 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. No, it's just 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. To the G. 3, 4, 1. End on the 1 there. And then we just do the riff again. We're back. I meant to end on the 1, but also, if you're interested, on the G there, you can make it a 7th if you want. And what you would do is you would take your pinky off of the E, which is your root, by the way. That's a G note. And instead, we're going to bring it a whole step lower. So get rid of that, and then take your pointer finger, which isn't doing anything, and put that first fret on the E. So it'll go... That's it. That's the verse. All that's left to do is do the bridge, and we're all set. The bridge ends like that. It picks up where the verse leaves off. You don't do the. Instead, we're gonna hit them with our D minor to G, back to D minor. Then we're hitting the E chord. C, down to the A minor. Then we hit the F. Then to the G, when the earth will cease to spin. Back to the F. Hold me close and say, on the G again. My God, where have we been? And then you just do the I've been around If you want to feel advanced, you can keep moving your third finger between the E string and the A string, and it'll give it a real kind of more of a country sound. But it gets tough when you do the 7th. Now you notice I sometimes, and I did this in the first time I played it, I'll play the F this way, where I do the non-barred form, and then I get my thumb around so I can play the root note. This is a big finger picking technique. This is the same notes, you go. There's one last thing I wanted to mention. Oh, sometimes on this C chord, you might notice I'm moving my thumb a bit. What I'm doing is just using it to mute the E string. Just a nice little useful tool. I'm gonna run through the bridge one more time, just to make sure you got it, and yeah, and you got the song. So the bridge goes D minor, C, nope, it's not how the bridge goes, but I hope I caught you. D minor, D, back to the D minor, to the E, C, back down to the A minor. There will come a day, F, G will never cease to spin, F, hold me close and say, the G, my God, where have we been? Oh, and at the end of the song, he just goes, he does that, and then just ends on a C. And that's it. You got the song.